Imagine this, you are sitting in an interview at Microsoft or Amazon, palms sweaty, nerve on edge. The interview asks you to solve a problem using a dynamic programming approach. But wait, you have been using C# and .NET for years. Shouldn't that be enough to get you through? Unfortunately, no. And that's the cold truth. Knowing C# .NET inside and out isn't enough to impress companies like Microsoft, Google, or Amazon. These companies prioritize something bigger, that is data structures and algorithm. And if you want to make it through their technical rounds, mastering DSA in C# .NET is your ticket. But why is DSA so important, and how you can, as a C# developer, use it to stand out? Let's break it down. The importance of DSA for product-based companies. First off, let's talk about why product-based companies love DSA. Why do you think DSA questions dominate technical interviews? It's because these problems test something much deeper than language proficiency. DSA showcases problem-solving ability. Can you think logically and break down complex issues? Can you implement a solution that's not only correct but optimized for large-scale systems? Even if the code is in C# today, what if you need to pivot to Python, Java, or even C++ tomorrow? Companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google care more about your ability to solve complex problems efficiently than your language-specific syntax language. They want to know if you can think like an engineer. And nothing tests better than a solid foundation in DSA. Here's a fun fact. Over 70% of interview questions at product-based companies revolve around DSA problems, from arrays and strings to more advanced topics like graph traversals and dynamic programming. That's how important it is. Now let's address the elephant in the room. How do you leverage your C# .NET expertise while solving DSA problem in interviews? Here's a deal. Many people assume that C# isn't ideal for DSA problems. After all, C++ and Java get all the limelight. But C# has some powerful features that can actually make your life easier during interviews. C# has powerful collections like list, dictionary, and hasset. These are perfect for solving like two-sum, finding duplicates, or implementing a queue for BFS. For example, the dictionary class is ideal for hashing problems. Let's not forget about LINQ, where you need to filter or sort data. LINQ can do it in a clean, readable way, simplifying your code and saving time during interviews. In product-based companies, you may be asked to handle concurrency and multi-threading problems. C#, async await, and task parallel libraries make handling asynchronous tasks a breeze. While C++ developers are busy handling memory management manually, C# has a built-in garbage collection, allowing you to focus more on solving the problems rather than worrying about memory leaks. So even though C# .NET doesn't come up as often in DSA discussion, it's more than capable of holding its own in interviews, if you know how to use it right. Third, types of DSA problems typically asked in product-based companies. Let's get practical. What kind of DSA problem you'll face these product-based companies and how you can solve them using C#. You'll often face questions like reversing a string, finding the first non-repeated character, or merging two sorted array. Example, use array.sort or list.sort for efficient sorting or implementing the two-sum problem. Using a dictionary to optimize your solution to O of n. Graph problems like shortest path or detecting cycles are common. Example, implement BFS or DFS using C#, queue or stack collections, and optimize your graph traversal by leveraging the hash set for faster lookups. You'll face problems like Fibonacci sequence, knapsack problem, or longest common subsequence. Use a dictionary to cache result for a bottom-up dynamic approach in C#. Traversing binary trees or solving problems like finding the depth of the trees are common. Implement a binary tree traversal using recursion or iteratively using stack. Use dictionary or has said to solve hashing problems like checking for duplicates or finding the first unique element. In C#, you can solve nearly all these problems efficiently. It's all about using the right collection, optimizing with link, and keeping your solution as clean as possible. Fourth is real-world application of DSA. Okay, so you have mastered DSA. How does it help you in real-world application, especially in C# and .NET development? While optimizing database queries, you can use binary search or hashing techniques to improve database query performance in Entity Framework. Efficient API design, DSA comes in handy when building scalable APIs. Let's say you are designing a rate limiting feature. Using queues or hash maps for fast lookups can drastically improve your solution efficiency. In concurrency, in the age of microservices, understanding how to handle concurrent data processes using C#'s task parallel library can give you a huge advantage. Fifth, common hurdle C#.NET developer face when learning DSA. Now here's where the struggle begins. For a C# developer, learning DSA isn't always smooth sailing. Let's talk about some challenges you'll face and how to overcome them. Over-reliance on framework. C# developers are often so comfortable with frameworks like ASP.NET Core and Entity Framework that they skip learning DSA. But in interviews, framework won't help. What is the solution then? Implement data structures and algorithm manually. Forget list and dictionary. Try building a linked list or binary tree from scratch. Now we'll be talking about lack of resources. Compared to languages like Java or C++, the C# community lacks a rich set of DSA tutorials and resources. Start with the platform like Scholar Hat, LeetCode, or HackerRank. Most problems are language agnostic, and you can easily solve them in C# with a little translation. Now, balancing work and interview prep. It's tough to juggle work responsibilities with interview preparation. What is the solution then? Dedicated specific hours each week to practice DSA, make it a habit, just like you would for a workout routine. Also, break down your prep into smaller goals, focus on arrays one week, then move to the graph next week. Tips for standing out in a DSA interview for product-based companies. Finally, let's wrap it up with some tips of how to stand out during DSA interviews. First is explain your thought process. Don't just dive into coding, walk the interviewer through your approach first. Whether you are using divide and conquer, dynamic programming, or simply brute force. Second is optimize your solution. Once you have working solution, always think of how to make it more efficient. Aim for O of log n or O of n solution wherever it's possible. Third is think about edge cases. Be sure to mention how your solution handles null inputs, invalid data, or huge data sets. Product-based companies love candidates who think about edge cases. So there you have it, why mastering DSA is essential for landing a job at top product-based companies, especially a C#.NET developer. It's not just about knowing the language, it's about being able to apply the data structures and algorithm in a way that showcase your problem-solving skills. If you're aiming for Microsoft, Google, or Amazon, remember DSA is your best friend, and mastering with C#.NET can give you that unfair advantage you need to stand out from the crowd.